Hi and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about positioning the bow arm and to basically work less while playing. It's easy to start lifting the elbow or shoulder or arm while we're playing, especially in the heat of the moment. And the bigger the string crossings are, usually the more we tend to lift and throw away the arm. That creates usually a lot of just excess power that we don't need. We're using two big muscle groups and two big movements, and that excess power is going to have to go somewhere, and usually it goes into the bow and string and creating bumps and ruining your legato. If you just position your bow arm well, you basically don't have to lift it at all, no matter how big your string crossing is. It can stay the same. So what I mean is that, let's say you're playing octaves, what you want to avoid is this. Lifting of the arm just because you're doing a string crossing. Rather than thinking that you have to lift your arm, forget about your arm and think about the tip and the frog. If you are going from low strings to higher strings, think of it as letting your tip fall to the next string. So here I'm going from the E string to the A string. Let the tip fall to the A string. Moving on to the D string. Letting the tip fall to the D string. And moving on to the G string. Going back. Think of it as it's the frog that drops down to the string below. So going from the G string to the D string. So you can do this as an exercise, just putting the bow on the low string, letting it drop to the next string, and figure out where your elbow and arm should be in relation to the fingerboard. If it's too low, you can't really reach. If it's too high, it gets awkward on the lower strings. So figure out where you don't have to lift or drop it at all. You can instead let the tip lead, going from low strings to the upper strings. Basically, if you're a French bow player, just letting your fingers follow along as the frog goes up and the tip down. You need to let your fingers follow. So basically using the bow as a seesaw, where this is the fulcrum. So a little faster. You can keep your arm still, just letting the tip drop and frog drop. Let's take a couple of examples from the orchestra repertoire where you really want to be in control of your bow arm for legato and accuracy and power. So starting with some Beethoven 5 third movement. Now if you start with your elbow too low, you're not gonna reach the upper strings without lifting it. If you start with it too high, it's awkward on the lower strings. So really find an even balanced elbow that you never have to lift or drop. So you can try before starting. To find the right position. Now if you do that and let your elbow follow in each string crossing, you'll create a lot of bumps and you will actually get less accurate string crossings, more noise from other strings, and you lose control. So basically you want to play it without lifting or dropping your elbow at any point in that excerpt. Now let's play some Brahms and show what we can do there. In an excerpt like this, it's really easy to get too excited and throw your arm, the bow, in the octave between the two E's. It's completely unnecessary. Just, and now let the tip fall down to the G string. If you lift your elbow and arm going to the G string, you also risk start pushing and pressing into the string, and you're gonna crush the note when you get to it. So just let the tip fall down to the next string. So you can add this to your scale routine and challenge yourself playing legato scales on all strings. See how little you can move your arm and only doing the seesaw bow in your string crossing. So keeping your elbow in the same position on all of the strings. Alright, thank you for watching, and I hope it was helpful. Please leave a comment if you have any questions, and like and subscribe if you want more videos like this. And I will see you later.